Hello everyone. In this video, we will be discussing about how to use the if function in Microsoft Excel.
We have provided a table as an example. In the first column, there are numbers that simply represent the number of data we will be using in the table. The second column contains the names of the students. The third contains their age, gender, and the fourth their age. The next three columns, namely female students, minor students, and both minor and female, will be where we will practice the use of the if function.
Let's start with the female students. First, input the equal sign. This sign is for any function. Then input if. It can be lowercase or uppercase, but I'll input it on lowercase. Input the open parentheses. Don't forget the parentheses.
Now you'll see a small guide below the blinking line. Now, the if formula has three parts. The logical test, which is the part where we will input the condition. In our case, since we want to know if the student is female, we have to click the cell which is C2, then put the equal sign, quotation mark, type female, then quotation mark. This is the logical test part of the function formula.
The second part of the formula is the value if true. It simply asks what will happen if cell C2 does contain the text female. Put a comma after the logical test part. Input another quotation mark, then input the text yes. Place another quotation mark and a comma to end the second part.
The third part of the formula is the value if false. Simply ask what will happen if cell C2 does not contain the text female. We will now input a quotation mark, the text no, then quotation mark, place a close parenthesis to signal the end of the formula, then click enter.
Now as we can see here, the result says female, meaning our first student, Jalen, is female. To check if the function is functional, we need to click this small black box at the side and drag it down to the last student. In the second fill-in table, labeled as minor students, the procedure is the same as the first one. The only difference here is that this time, we'll be dealing with numbers or age instead of text or gender. We start with an equal sign, the words if, capital or lowercase, and an open parenthesis. The formula will once again appear. Click the cell D2 since it contains the age of student number 1. Since we want to know if student number 1 is a minor, we have to input a less than sign, then number 18. Then put a comma. This is the condition part or the logical test of the formula. For the value if true part of the formula, place a quotation mark then the text yes, then a quotation mark, then put another comma. Same goes for the value if false, but instead of putting yes, we will input no. Don't forget to put the quotation marks. After that, we should always remember to place a close parenthesis to complete our formulas. Lastly, press enter and like the previous example. Drag down the little box at the side of the cell to copy the formula to the other cells. Now, for the last column labeled, both minor and female, we are going to give a small introduction to the end function. So, the end function is used for multiple conditions. For example, in column G, we want to know if the student is both minor or below 18 years old and also female. To compute for the first student, input the equal sign. Type AND instead of IF.
Now you will see a small guide. This guide is simply a series of tests that are separated by commas. Press cell C2, an equal sign, then add a quotation mark and type female. After that, put a comma. So this one is the same as the first example. Now, press cell D2, the less than sign, number 18, then input the close parentheses, and enter. As we can see, Jalen is a female, but her age is 20, so she is not a minor. So simply drag this small box down to identify if they are minor and female. So student number 5, Rose, is a female and her age is 17. That's why it appeared true in this column. And student number 10, Cruz, is a female and her age is 9. That's why it also appeared true in this column. We hope that you learned something from us, because that's the end of the video tutorial about how to use the IF function in Microsoft Excel.